Spend a little time dogging the heels of Pauline Hanson and her high-pressure entourage, and you begin to ask yourself what country you're in. She's not only changed the political landscape, she's made it unstable. Things many of us took for granted have evaporated in the heat this woman has generated. The rhetorical one nation she conjures up is more divided than ever.
Come over here, come over here. Okay, guys, just move on,
Thanks.
Can't you see that?
Pauline Hanson has good reason to be jolly tonight.
Come on now, fair.
This is the beating heart of Labour leader Kim Beazley's own seat of Brand, and the hall is heaving with swing voters looking for an excuse to cut him down.
Helena's going to introduce you, and you're going to introduce David. David's going to introduce Pauline. Is that all right?
That sounds like a good plan.
Yep, here we are.
Can you communicate, please, on the stage?
The federal police are here in large numbers too, to see she gets through this unscathed.
We've got comms then. One of us will be on the stage, looking out to the crowd, so we'll have comms to at least one member of the reaction team. Right. And that way we can cover both. Oh, yeah, I'm hearing you.
You're left wondering what prepared her for this. Surely not the fish shop.
It's a good grounding. I think Pregnant's house and everything prepared me for all this.
She's fond of saying that she's only brought into the open the things people say in the privacy of their own kitchens. Perhaps that's true.
Oh, is that me? But has the jump from the kitchen to the national stage allowed small prejudices to be confused with grand passion?
Australian somewhere past return, for we are young and free, with open soil and wealth one world.
So that the politics of race has become mixed up with nationalism, the most dangerous combination known. It's not surprising that we can't take our eyes off the woman who started it all, for she seems to thrive in an atmosphere that would have killed off less hardy beings long ago. And her confidence is growing by the day.
You're going to have to excuse me here. I've got a speech here, and you know something? I don't like it. Well, I've been told, normally there's a puppet up my back and there's a couple of other people running this agenda. Well, I'll tell you something, there's not. It's me. Right?
If she reflects at all on the implications of what she's doing, it's with a startling simplicity.
Yeah. Look, many times I open up the newspaper and I think, oh no, what's it today?
In Perth's outer suburbs, the Gosnells Hotel, regular playground of topless babes and sexy strippers, is today the venue for a former penthouse club barmaid. One who's graduated into the world of high street fashion and high-powered politics and genteel devotion.
Well done. Well done. Cool, Matt. We are so proud.
This is a Menzies era crowd. Old blokes who think the redhead's a good sort and express private regrets at the passing of white Australia, as of an old mate long gone.
I was the one who sent you the note to say start a branch in WA.
Mrs. President, our branch.
How do you do? And you? I'm Eleanor Palmer. Yes, I'll be on the stage with you tomorrow.
Going well there in the southwest.
This is the core of One Nation in Western Australia.
Thanks, Pauline.
Federal candidates and branch presidents and treasurers and secretaries, often folksy husband and wife teams who've given up their bridge nights for politics.
Hey, you'll bring pressure from Fremantle Branch?
No, thank you.
Yeah, too many people behind me.
Here's your cue.
The building blocks of the party that's edging towards 300 branches nationally and wants to run a candidate in every seat in the forthcoming election.
So I expect to do very well. Very good. In WA. Yeah.
I mean, you're a good-looking bloke. You might even win.
Is that all that matters? Because Pauline's one, I suppose, yeah.
I actually read something in America that said that the more attractive your candidates are, the better chance they have of winning. And that's
Here too is David Ettridge, the man whose suspicious mind dreamed up the party's unique structure, one that empowers him at the stroke of a pen to discard all or any of these members. He likens the structure to a lizard.
We've created a political party structure that has the ability to drop its tail as a skink does, so that if one part of the organisation was to be contaminated or destroyed in some way, and there are a lot of people seeking to do that, then we could discard it and the party itself would remain intact.
The real power lies not with the members, but with a public company known as Pauline Hanson's One Nation Limited, and its 3 directors, Hanson herself, Ettridge, and the third member of the triumvirate, the political advisor David Oldfield.
What we simply have is a very much behind-the-scenes protection mechanism. There's nothing nefarious about it. We simply wouldn't exist today if it hadn't been done. We would have been destroyed by now.
But it's been formed so that I can never, be voted out as president as the head of it.
Hello. Nice to meet you, Pauline. It's Jeff and Pam, please.
Now, how do you spell your Jeff?
The party structure was born out of paranoia. It's true that the history of Australian right-wing organisations that have entered politics is one of factional infighting and eventual disintegration. To keep the power at the top, Ettridge has insisted that all party officials sign resignation forms.
The pre-signed and undated resignation forms are a management tool. I refer to them as loyalty agreements.
Purple ticket F53.
But the authoritarian nature of One Nation is turning some true believers against the party. Perhaps the most surprising is Dr. Helen Dodd, whose reverential biography is still raffled off at party meetings. Dodd is deeply worried about the party structure.
This is an administrative situation that needs to be looked at very carefully. Questions need to be asked about it, and democracy must always be seen to be paramount.
I'm quite disgusted from what I've heard of what Dr. Helen Dodd's involvement was when she was here in my office, but I'm not going to get into it.